Boys, hope you're good. Just a quick video here. Let's try and get away from I do appreciate the preacher's message, but it makes it hard to do a video, so let's get away from him. Hedonic adaptation is why you need challenge in your life. Hedonic adaptation is why you need challenge in your life. Right, what is hedonic adaptation? I've got the perfect story to illustrate what hedonic adaptation is. So about 15 years ago, I was teaching English in France. I was in the south of France, wealthy area, and some of the clients I worked for, I would just go essentially where the agents sent me, and I would just pitch up. Sometimes there'd be extremely wealthy families, like extraordinarily globally wealthy, right? Because that part of the world, that's where they all congregate, right? Nice, more Cannes actually, Monaco and stuff. So anyway, so I have some normal students, some crazily rich students. One of the places I go to, I'm teaching this young kid writing. Yeah, he was from Switzerland, I think, and I'm teaching him writing English. And one of the very early sessions that I had with him, and I'll always remember this session, I say, Alexander, what do you do this weekend? We're going to write about it. You know, let's see how his writing is, right? And he goes, oh, nothing, just played PlayStation mainly. And I was like, okay, well, let's see if we can think of some other things you did. You know, did you do anything else other? Oh, that's nasty. Did you do anything else other than that is nasty. He's taking off half his bumper there. That's not good at all. Did you do anything else other than play PlayStation? And he goes, oh yeah, I went to my uncle's house. Yeah, we went to my uncle's for the weekend. I was like, okay, well that's nice. What did you do at your uncle's house? Oh, I helped him walk his dogs. Oh, that's amazing. Brilliant, we'll write about that. Where does your uncle live? Is it somewhere in France? No, he lives in Spain. I'm like, oh, right. So you flew to Spain, to your uncle's house, and you helped him walk his dogs? Yeah. Well, that's not nothing, is it? That's actually a pretty exciting weekend. He's like, oh yeah, I suppose, yeah. And then I go, okay, well, whereabouts in Spain did you go? Oh, it's Madrid. I was like, oh, what part of Madrid? Well, just outside Madrid, on the edges of Madrid. And he gave me the name of the place. I thought, that name rings a bell. Interesting. What kind of house is it? Oh, it's a big house. Yeah, big house, like really big gardens. He's got loads of dogs. He told me the type of dog. I'm like, oh, brilliant. Oh, that's absolutely amazing. We can write about that. We've got loads of great things we can write about. I was like, well, did you do anything? What did you do on the Sunday? And he goes, oh, we went to the football. I was like, oh, brilliant. Which football match? Oh, Real Madrid. Oh, you went to the Real Madrid match? Yeah. You know, and then I went with my uncle, you know, saw all the players and things, you know, saw Ronaldo. I was like, you went to watch Real Madrid on Sunday and you met Ronaldo? It's like, yeah. It's like, you went, like, behind the, you know, yeah. You know, that's where we always go. I was like, Alexander, what's your uncle's name? He gives me the name, and I'm like, Alexander, is your uncle the King of Spain? And he's like, oh yeah, he is, yeah. This is no bullshit. 100% true. I'm like, right. So the weekend that you thought was just mainly playing PlayStation was flying to Spain to stay with the King of Spain, walk his dogs, then go out on Sunday to watch Real Madrid on Sunday night, meet the players, and then fly home on Sunday night on a private jet. But all you can remember is playing the PlayStation. This is 100% true story. Yeah, very, very funny scenario. So obviously we did some writing about that. Interesting. I knew this student was from some kind of like royal lineage, but actually there's shitloads of royal families around Europe. Like aside from the British royal family and the Spanish, they're all still lurking around, but because of the politics, they've mostly faded away, or they've lost their properties, or whatever it is. But they're all still quite proud of their heritage and stuff like this. I remember his mum giving me a card. It said Princess something on it. I was like, whatever. I didn't even know if it might be something to do with like fashion brand or something. I had no clue. Obviously, she was actually a legit princess. You know, there's dozens of them. You wouldn't figure out who she was. And in any case, it was like 15 years ago. So the kid's probably like, he's probably in his late 20s by now. But it was an absolutely hilarious scenario, and it illustrates exactly what I'm talking about here. Hedonic adaptation. When it comes just to hedonism, to fun and frolics, your brain adapts to it. Your brain adapts to it. It becomes quote unquote the new normal. It regularizes what, for any other kid, that would have been the most memorable weekend of his life. For me, that would have been one of the most. For this kid, just another weekend to him. And so, like, is he spoiled? Well, I don't know. In a way, I thought about that, and I thought, what do you aim for if you're that kid? You know, quite tough, right? This is why we need challenge. This is why we need constant challenge. Constant challenge. Yes, we have to have hedonism as well. Pleasure, it's all very important. But if your brain will adapt. Your brain will adapt, and it'll become meaningless. Yeah, like it did to young Alexander. We need challenge. Challenge. Novelty as well. Novelty. Yesterday I went to an outdoor reggae festival in Ecclesfield. Yeah? I spent the morning working, learnt a bit of Serbo-Croat, and then went to an outdoor reggae festival in Ecclesfield, which was a little bit shitty, but it was quite fun as well. And it was just like novel, and the work and the learning of foreign language was a challenge. So that's what life is about: challenge, novelty, fun, hedonism. But you can't forget the challenge, because if you're just relying on hedonism, you get that hedonic adaptation. I will leave it there. That's my pearl of wisdom for Sunday. Some wonderful architecture here, as you can see. I mean, that is actually legit. That building is absolutely fucking legit. We should make more of a big deal of that in Sheffield, but we don't. And we make a big deal of the Arctic monkeys. Anyway, peace and love, as always.